Hey guys, it's been a while since our last update, but it's finally here, and we've got exciting news in just about every category: machinimas, parodies, you name it. Also, at the end of the update, we'll have an interview with a very special guest. No, for the last time, no. Sheesh, what a dictator. Anyway, first, Master Studios has its own website, link below, where you'll find news on everything Master Studios, as well as links to our various machinimas, parodies, and other videos. The website, however, is only in its rudimentary form, using basic functions. Our main goal is to get the pro version so we can have our unique domain name and directly upload videos to the site so members can have exclusive content. How are we going to pay for this? Well, that brings us to our next news item: t-shirts. T-shirts. Yeah, t-shirts. Master Studio has opened up its online t-shirt shop. Link also below, where you can buy Master Studio themed t-shirts as well as other items such as a water bottle based off of the popular Hitler Attacks Justin Bieber video. Yeah, so go check that out. And right now we only have 2 designs, but as time goes on we'll be adding new designs and new products, so check back regularly. Thirdly, we have finally nailed down a production schedule. You'll find the schedule on our Facebook page, and it'll be uploaded to the website soon. This will be the schedule in which Master Studios will produce its videos. We will not deter from it. And as you may notice, the order is basically based on the ease of making those videos. So you'll see the easier stuff like parodies up front, and the harder stuff like machinimas at the end. Note, on this schedule there are no specific release dates, because we do not want to pin ourselves down to a timetable. However, they will be done in that order. This may take some time.
Wir können den Gruppenführer Fegelein nirgendwo finden.
Okay, fine. Yeesh. Now on to our parody-based portion of the show, presented by the H-Man.
Das getan. Was Sie mit Ihren medizinischen Forschungen erreicht haben, dafür werden Ihnen kommende Generationen dankbar sein. Ich übernehme für alles die volle Verantwortung. Wir werden die im Norden und Osten bis an den äußeren Verteidigungsring vorstoßenden Sowjetverbände in einem rücksichtslosen, mit aller Kraft geführten Gewaltschlag zurückwerfen.
Aber mein Führer, die 12. Armee marschiert nach Westen, Richtung Elbe.
Dann soll die Armee kehrt machen!
Dann entblößen wir die Westfront.
Haben Sie noch Zweifel an Ihrem Befehl? Ich glaube, ich habe mich klar genug ausgedrückt!
Die 9. Armee ist nach Norden hin bewegungsunfähig. Die Feindkräfte übersteigen unsere Mannschaften um ein 10-faches.
Wink! Soll mit der 12. Armee die Sache unterstützen.
Aber mein Führer, die 12. Armee marschiert nach Westen, Richtung Elbe.
Dann soll die Armee kehrt machen!
Dann entblößen wir die Westfront.
Haben Sie noch Zweifel an Ihrem Befehl? Ich glaube, ich habe mich klar genug ausgedrückt! Dann kann eine Wende doch nur eintreten, wenn ich diesem maßlos gewordenen, proletarisch-bolschewistischen Koloss entgegentrete. Schlage ich hier erfolgreich und halte ich die Hauptstadt, dann kommen die anderen doch zu der Überzeugung, dass es nur einer sein kann, der den Bolschewiken Einhalt zu gebieten in der Lage ist. Wenn ich diese Schlacht gewinne, dann verspreche ich mir davon nicht für meinen persönlichen Namen, nicht für meinen persönlichen Ruhm. Es ist für die Geschichte.
And that concludes our parody segment. Alright, now to a quick peek into the machinima section. Alright, first, I have finished the first 3 episode scripts for Sentinel. We'll we'll be remaking that using Halo Reach instead of Halo 3. So by the time the Sentinel comes around in the production queue, the entire season should be written by then. Taking a cue from our friend Hudson, who wrote the first season of New Blood, which is something I should have been done to begin with, meaning that each series will have its season written out before any filming or recording is done. So, yeah. Speaking of New Blood, I have decided that we'll be using Halo Reach for that as well. The only differences that will be made is the armor permutations and the maps, of course. That'll be the only differences in the original Hudson script. And finally, a couple of weeks ago, we put out a trailer of our newest series, Out of Apocalypse, a Fallout Mass Effect crossover series. So, check it out. Wasn't that great? Don't worry, since it's a new series that will be put at the end of the production queue, so it won't get in the way of the other stuff. And one last thing before we bring out our guest. The results are in for the Superman vs. Frieza fight video. Using Facebook's new question feature, we got results rather quickly, while sparking a heated debate as well. As you'll note, the video of that has been placed in the middle of the production queue between the parodies and the machinima, and the full fight will be done when it comes up on the production queue and finish off with the proper victor. So stay tuned for that. Okay, now let's bring out our guest. He's known for his reviews of movies and machinimas. He takes budget down a notch or two, and he loves doing sing-alongs and has appeared in numerous machinimas. So, please welcome Captain Jack Hammer.
Thanks for having me here. This is great. This is the first time anybody's ever, interviewed me, outside of trying to get a job.
First question. Captain Jack Hammer, being somewhat of a celebrity in the machinima world, the first question always has to be, what inspired you to become a machinimator?
Well, I don't know if I would call myself a celebrity. I'm just a humble correspondent trying to help machinima makers out as best I can. I also don't know if I would call myself a machinimator, because I've never created a machinima myself. Most advanced piece of equipment I have is my Windows Movie Maker. I don't have a capture card or anything like that. Now, I have wrote a few machinimas that have been developed by other machinima makers. Like Live with Captain Jackhammer is created by my friend and partner TG Pyro. I write the scripts and he films and edits everything. But I would also have to say that Confused Matthew is the one person that is really responsible for me to start putting reviews up on YouTube. I started watching his reviews back in 2007, I believe. I was very impressed with him. He has a website now. He's not active on YouTube anymore, but Confused Matthew is just the most brilliant movie reviewer I ever met. And I thought, you know what? I want to do that. I can do that too. And that's what started me doing the reviews, and that all snowballed into, what I'm doing today.
In your news show, Live with Captain Jack Hammer, you often pique everyone's interest with popular guests such as Mike Johnson, creator of Pre-Game Lobby, Jordan Reed, creator of Phil, Tyler Gunstream of Forecast, and your latest episode, a return appearance by Mike Johnson, as well as John McCaleb of Darkspire Films. The question is often asked, how do you get these guys to show up on your show?
A lot of people ask me that too, and it's really nothing elaborate. I just send an email to them and ask them politely, and they have been nice enough to come on the show to help us out. And I really do appreciate them doing that. And of course, Mike Johnson is the leader of the Guard, which is the clan that I'm in, and these are the guys that do Pre-Game Lobby. He's the leader of TG Films as well. And he was willing to do me a favor to come on the first show to help us get the ball rolling, and I really appreciated that.
Question number 3. How is the movie coming along? And what else are you working on?
Yeah, that trailer is the perfect example of what not to do when you've been drinking. But I have every intention of making a movie. I always did. I just didn't have the intention of making a trailer for it this early. Right now, I am just working from an outline, and the story is ever changing and morphing and everything. I want it to be just right before we start filming. Plus, the people that are going to film it for me, they're going to have some time freed up as well. But, it's going pretty good. And I really hope everybody enjoys it when it comes out.
Number 4, one of the things that you are known for are your reviews, and especially of machinima. What kind of process do you go through to choosing what to review? And what does it take for small-time machinimators to be reviewed?
There's no process involved at all, really. When I watch a machinima, something has to click inside of me to make me want to do a review for it. One thing I will never do a review of something that I really hate, because I am not about, putting down on other people's work or ripping on other people's work. I don't want to do that. My goal is to try to help people with, helpful reviews and commentary. Because there's been plenty of machinimas I've watched that are really great, like Outpost Izzle is one. But I've never done a review on that, and probably won't. It's just something didn't click inside of me. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's good. I like it, don't get me wrong. And, also, I think a couple updates ago, I mentioned that I'm scaling back the Machinima reviews in lieu of Machinima Minute to help give these guys some exposure. And, the Live with Captain Jackhammer show really eats up a lot of my time. And doing a movie review is a lot easier than doing a Machinima review. But, that's not to say that in the future you won't see a few Machinima reviews coming back out.
And finally, in a couple of your videos, you take on Bungie. What was the straw that broke the camel's back? The one thing that Bungie did that made you say, I've had enough, Bungie. I'll make a video exposing you for what you really are. And when did you notice it?
Wow, it's really hard to pin down one specific thing. It's a whole buildup of things that they've done since Halo 3 came out, which I think is, in a lot of ways, it's just a slap in the face to a lot of the fans, the majority of the fans. But if I had to pick one thing, I guess it would have been June of 2008. This guy started this quest of getting the entire community together to try to reach 7 billion kills by Bungie Day, which was the 7th of July. At first, it was pretty much ignored by Bungie and Bungie.net as a whole on Bungie.net. At one point, the moderators locked the thread because it had gotten so, it got so popular, I guess they just didn't like it. And then because it kept snowballing and got so big, they ended up unlocking the thread. Then what happened was these same moderators started posting on this thread saying, this is a noble cause, we're going to participate, we're going to help, we really want to do it. And at the time, I had some of these moderators, on my friends list. So, I was really into it because I really loved the Halo 3 campaign, really into it. And I played it every day for like 2 weeks trying to help, get it built up. And I'd look at my friends list, I'd see these same people that said they thought it was such a noble cause and they're going to help playing Big Team Battle, and maybe played one game of campaign. And I think that this is indicative of the hypocritical attitude that the people at Bungie have, and the people, especially the moderators from Bungie.net have, towards the fan base and the community. They don't give a shit. They don't. It's like they didn't like it at first, so they locked the thread, and then when it got so popular, they had to recognize it, and so they did, but they were just giving it lip service. They didn't really care too much. And, I thought it was a great idea, and something to help bring the entire community together. But it wasn't something that was thought about by anybody within the walls of Castle Bungie-Stein, so these guys really didn't give a crap. There's just, you get me, I could give you a whole hour video on how much Bungie is just, hates. They don't give a crap about their fan base. I won't say hate, but they don't care about their fan base at all. If they did, a lot of their stuff that they've done over the last, since October 2007 wouldn't have happened.
All right. Thanks for coming to our show, Captain Jack Hammer.
It was a pleasure being here. It's a lot different being on this side of the desk, rather on the other side asking the questions. But yeah, it was great fun. Thank you.
And that concludes Master Studios Update 7. Stay tuned as we have lots of stuff coming up for you. And once again, give a big round of applause to Captain Jack Hammer.